Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. The topic I bring in front of you today, possibly no media would want to talk about it because viewers, a lot of our audience wouldn't want to hear or know about it. You see, in the last 6 months, in 6 districts of Amravati Administrative Division, just 6 districts of Amravati Administrative Division in Maharashtra, 557 farmers lost their lives. I want to talk about that. Let's get right into the show. 6 months back, your channel, in Editorial, I had spoken about farmers, their distress. I had spoken to you about the fact that watch out, you could find a lot of farmers committing suicide very soon.
100% खर्च होऊन देखील गहू, हरभरा, मका, ज्वारी आणि राहिलेला आता आलेला कापूस तो देखील या ठिकाणी शेतकऱ्यांच्या हातून निघून गेलेला आहे. 100% खर्च झालेला आहे. आता फक्त उत्पन्न घ्यायचं बाकी होतं आणि ते उत्पन्न घ्यायचं तरी कसं? निसर्ग कोपल्यामुळे आम्हाला आत्महत्येशिवाय दुसरा कोणताच पर्याय नाही. एकीकडे शासन नुसतं थापा देत असतं, घोषणा करत असतं, घोषणांचा पाऊस पाडत असतं, पण प्रत्यक्षात मदत मात्र कोणीच देत नसतं आणि ही मदत शासनाने आम्हाला त्वरित लवकरात लवकर द्यावी.
It was clear because that was the kind of distress. No water, drought, crop failure. Farmers were bound to commit suicide. And you know what? Today I sit here and I talk to you about 557 farmers committing suicide in 6 divisions of Amravati Administrative Division. 1 administrative division of Maharashtra. In fact, if you go by figures, 2021, 2,743 farmers had committed suicide in Maharashtra. If you go by figures, 2022, 2,942 farmers had committed suicide. 2023, last year, 2,851 farmers had committed suicide. And if you go to see, Marathwada and Amravati are the 2 highest suicide cases. 2022, Marathwada, 1,088 farmers had committed suicide. 2023, 1,023 farmers had committed suicide. Amravati, 1,140 farmers had committed suicide. And 1,171 farmers had committed suicide in 2023. 2024 figures are going to be similar. The reason I am so frustrated is because the state administration knows that this is going to happen. The politicians knows that this is going to happen. Everybody knows that it is going to happen, but we let it happen. We let it happen. And it is not that under today's day and age that a state with proper investment, proper planning can avoid it. We can avoid it. We can stop these people from dying. We can stop these people from dying. Unfortunately, we think of our farmers only when it comes to elections. And the best thing and the most benevolent thing that politicians and political parties do is once they come or before they come to power, they promise loan free. And after they come to power, they ensure that influential farmers get loan mukti. Their loans are waived off. This is what we do for our farmers. That's it. That's it. You see, according to an official report, according to the Maharashtra state government, that is, in February 2024 report, they say 66% of Maharashtra is drought affected. The drought has been officially declared in 1,532 out of the total 2,292 revenue circles, accounting for 66% of the state. Now, I'll tell you what revenue circles are. I'll give you that explanation. Under the present revenue administration system, each district is divided into subdivisions for administrative convenience, and each division may consist of 4 to 5 talukas. These talukas further subdivided into revenue circles, and each circle is around 6 to 8 villages. 6 to 8 villages is one circle, and 1,532 circles are now drought affected. This is the state of Maharashtra. Have you seen a single political party talking about this? Have you actually seen any politician, be it Eknath Shinde, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, be it Devendra Fadnavis, the Supremo of Maharashtra Bharatiya Janata Party, be it Ajit Pawar, who himself had allegations of irrigation scam till now. Now he is completely, cleaned of all that. To Uddhav Thackeray, the chief of Balasaheb UBT, to Sharad Pawar, who's supposed to be the farmers' messiah. Have you seen any one of them coming in front of you and giving you these figures? You think they are not aware of these figures? They are, but they will never talk about these figures. They have so many other things to divert your attention to. Did you see any media talking to you about these figures? Look at some of the channels. They are back to their old sensationalism about Maharashtra because Maharashtra elections are here. Did any of them talk to you about these figures? Like I said, you know what frustrates me? We can stop it. We can stop this. Because the reason of this is very simple. If you understand agriculture and if you understand agriculture in depth, the reason for this is simple. Because agriculture is the only trade in the world, and especially in India and especially in Maharashtra, where the input cost is decided by somebody else. The input cost is decided by fertilizer manufacturing company, agricultural product manufacturing company and others, a seed manufacturing company, etc. Input cost is decided by them. The output cost, the selling price, is also decided by somebody else. The output price is decided by the mandi. It is decided by the brokers. So a farmer doesn't have control over the input price, doesn't have control over the output price. If a farmer doesn't have control over the input price, neither does he have a control over the output price, how will he make his profit? And who will think for his profit? Think about it. You are a businessman. If you are a businessman, you will try controlling your input price so that you can sell it at a cheaper output price and make money. Or if you have to spend a lot for input price, your output price will be equally expensive so that you make money. Imagine you don't have control, like I said, in the input price, neither do I have control over the output price. What happens to you? And that's exactly what is happening to Indian farmers. They have no control over their profits. And nobody bothers about their profits. An agricultural company does well in India. Most of the agricultural companies are doing well in India, and God willing, they should be doing well, and that's good. But they're doing well in India. The brokers, most of these politicians are people who trade in agriculture. So agricultural broker, APMC and all are doing very well. Who is suffering? The actual producer is suffering. The actual producer is suffering. Just imagine, the car manufacturer is suffering. The dealer is doing well. The supplier to the car manufacturer is doing well, and the consumers are buying. But the manufacturer is suffering. This is what is happening here. The producer is suffering. And the only industry in this world that can face this kind of problem is the agricultural industry, and more so in India and more so in Maharashtra. If the politician wants, they can ensure that the political interference in the sale, that is in your APMCs and in your cooperative selling system, can be removed. Because that politics is what is actually controlling the market. If the government wants, if the government is genuine, they can ensure that every product that the farmer buys, which is your fertilizer, which is your liquid fertilizer, which is your micronutrients, which is your water soluble fertilizer, all these products, they can write down what is the kind of profit they earn, so that the farmer can negotiate with them. The farmer will then have the power to negotiate with them. There will be some transparency, because isn't the farmer's produce being transparent? Everybody knows what the farmer is getting. You see, we talk about 25%. That's what an average farmer in India makes, 25%. And we say, okay, 25% profit is what an average farmer in India makes. You know, that is wrong. That is wrong. You know why that is wrong? Because on an average, a farmer makes possibly 25% in 1 year. But the next 3 years may be drought, like it is right now. Then he may be making profit in the 4th year. Again another 25%. So when you look at it from a 5 years perspective, what has he made? He has only made losses. We look at farmer from year to year. We should look at farming industry from a 5-year perspective. Look at it from a 5 years perspective. Chances are 3 years, 4 years. If he is lucky, 3 years. If he is unlucky, 4 years out of that 5 years, he may be having either drought or floods. What does he eat? What does he take home? Secondly, profitability. He doesn't have the right to determine his own profitability. The buyer and the seller has, but the manufacturer doesn't. And the government still sits and talks about next meeting. We will decide whether we should give them relief fund. Next to next meeting, we are going to see if NDRF relief fund can be relaxed and SDRF funds can be funded, so on and so forth. This is what the government does. The point I wanted to make through this editorial is farmers' distress is real. The point that I wanted to make through this editorial is farmers' distress is not just rural problem. It is not just farmers' problem. It is your problem and mine. I sit here and tell you today the farmer is suffering. Tomorrow that will hurt you. Because if you have to import basic vegetables and food and grains from outside, what will the hole that will burn in your pocket? And this distress will not go away till such time that you and I start talking about it in our living rooms. You and I start talking about it, listening about it, spreading the message with in the urban community, in the influential community, to the key opinion leaders, so that the chief ministers and the ministers come to know that if I don't solve this farmer distress, no, I will not win this election. Till such time that they don't come to know about it, this will continue. Farmers will be given this loan waiver just before the election. After the election, some of them will be given loan waiver also. And this distress will continue. Mind you, also, let me tell you this, that these loan waivers do not help the actual deserving farmers. These loan waivers too help rich and middle class farmers. As we call it, the R1 and the R2. The R3. The rural poor never gets benefited out of it. Loan hi kahan milta hai that they can get waivers. These are real problems. I wanted to get these real problems to your notice. Please spread this word. Please talk about it. Don't spread my video. Please talk about it. Please talk about it to your friends. Please write in your Facebook if you can. Write about it in your Facebook. Make this a national issue. Sensationalism will continue. Make this a national issue for those farmers' sake, for those people who lost their lives, for that family who they have left behind. And more so, for your own sake. Because it's harming them today. It's going to harm you tomorrow. Till I see you next time. Namaskar.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.